Hey everybody, welcome to the stream this Saturday afternoon. Um, Today's stream is going to be a little bit different. Um, Focus isn't going to be on getting wins and all that. Today's focus is just, it's going to be, this is a remembrance stream. Um, I'm going to obviously playing the game still, but I lost a good friend this week, a friend of the last 14 years. Um, his name is Kern. He passed away um, Tuesday night. So this stream is in honor of him, remembrance of him. So I'm just going to be playing the game, talking about the memories I had with him. Um, if you didn't know him, then that's fine. You can contribute in the chat and just share experiences you had with someone you lost recently or someone you lost in the past. Um, Trying to create a little place here so people can um, just share some memories and cope and move forward in the grieving process. Because I know for me it's been hard this week. It kind of hits me in waves. Hey, Simo, how you doing, my man? So yeah, it kind of hits me in waves. Oh, thanks for joining the stream, Simo. Appreciate it. So it kind of hits me in waves. Uh, so on the stream you can expect some tears and things like that. But yeah, it's just a remembrance stream of best friend the last 14 years. So we're gonna hop into some game playing. Um, we're gonna share some memories I had of my guy. Again, his name is Kern. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, um, but he's been in the States most of his life. Let's go into devastation. So I met Kern in 2007 at a job we worked at together. The Curtis, is this Curtis from BMM? Thanks, dude, for joining the stream. So yeah, I'm just playing the game and talking about Kern memories I had of Kern. So like I said, I first met Kern in 2007 at a place we worked at together called BMM. And this company, we did compliance testing for um, gaming software and hardware. I started at BMM in 2007, April 2007, and I think Kern started August of the same year. Um, I don't remember how we bonded, what we bonded over. It was just kind of an automatic bonding. Again, don't know what it was about, how, what it's about exactly. But we just clicked automatically. I want to say it was because um, we were the only two black people in the company. So that I guess that could have drawn us together. But I just remember us automatically like clicking. Like we had a lot of the same interests. Um, we just like started going to lunch and just talking like within a week of like seeing and meeting each other. It was kind of weird for me. I haven't. I don't think I had, other than my wife. I don't think I had a bond with someone outside my family like that. Like immediately. So yeah, it kind of clicked from there. We just Yeah, we just started hanging out, going to lunch. We would meet each other, go to movies and things outside of work and things like that. It's just his energy. The man had an energy that was just kind of intoxicating. Like he was rarely in a bad mood. The only times I remember him being in a bad mood was um, when he was sick. When he was sick, he didn't have that bubbly energy, that all encompassing, like walked into a room and just brightened everybody's day. That so he was that type of guy. Thanks, Emma. Appreciate that, man. Um, so yeah, I mean, his energy was just like I said, it was just intoxicating, and you couldn't help but be in a good mood when you were around Kern. Curtis, you can attest to that. Um,
All enemy soldiers must be eliminated.
he always treated people with respect until you didn't respect him. But even then, it wasn't anything like extremely negative. Like I said, the dude was rarely in a bad mood. One of the fondest memories I have of him was it was at BMM, and we're testing this fairly new company, and we're testing their software, and we had a disagreement on how to test like part of it. How to test part of the software, and it got loud. We were.
Ammo.
I gotta say, Kern was a loud person. He was never quiet about anything. He was a loud dude. So our discussion got pretty loud, and it got to the point where the office manager came from her office and burst into our lab and was like, calm down, what's going on here, who started the fight? And we looked at each other, me and Karen looked at each other, and we're like, who's fighting? She's like, aren't you guys fighting? It's loud there, we can hear you across the building, across the lab. And we looked at each other like, no, we're not fighting, we're having a discussion. So our discussions went like that from time to time, where it got loud. It wasn't anything negative. It's just how we talked, and people kind of took that as us fighting or something. It wasn't like that. It was just two guys that were passionate about what they do and had different opinions on how to move forward and whatever, and we come to agree later on, but it was just really funny. You kind of had to be there. She just kind of burst in and was like, what's going on, but we had many discussions like that. For the most part, we saw things on the same level, eye to eye. We saw things the same for the most part, but we had our differences of opinions and things like that. We weren't always, buddy on everything. We always had heated discussions.
Some ammo for you.
But we would talk about everything. We talked about everything from we talk about everything from relationships to politics to, I don't know, little trivial stuff like how we liked, what bread we liked, or some stupid shit like that. We talked about everything. And there was no set, I guess, agendas when we talked about stuff. We talked about things and moved forward, and and stuff from there. I traveled with this dude on many occasions. He's been over to my house many occasions.
Some ammo,
Broken
soldier.
bread with this dude. He helped me, well, get my thoughts down on paper or the movie idea I had. We're not script writers at all, and we found that out. But he helped me put like a timeline together for the movie idea I had in my head. Yeah, traveling with Kern was something special. He came to a couple of my son's Taekwondo tournaments, and mind you, he lived 30-45 minutes away, other side of the city, and he came through, showed his support, showed his love.
Present for him. Ammunition.
And he didn't have to do that, but that's just the type of guy he was. He loved to talk.
Use this ammo.
Loved to talk. He was a fast talker. Like he was from Trinidad and Tobago. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but he talked really fast. So the first week or so that I met him, I had to look at his mouth in order to understand what he was saying. So yeah. But after that, you know, you just kind of understand it. But if you don't talk to him for a while, if I didn't talk to him for a while, I would have to, again, look at his mouth, and he'd be like, dude, what are you staring at? Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. You put Bill and Kern together, and it averages out. Yeah, somehow I would have to tell him to slow down or repeat what he was saying a few times. And his accent, he had a pretty heavy accent, but you can understand what he was saying. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together, guys. It seems like I'm just talking randomly. I am. I was going to put together like what I want to talk about and go from there, but I didn't want to feel scripted. So I'm just talking randomly. But yeah, if you guys that knew him and worked with him, if you have anything you want to share, then feel free. This is what this is for. It's a coping room, you know, so we can move forward in our grieving process. Yeah, Bill would tell him to slow down a lot. You know Bill. Bill was a slow talker, and Kern talks fast. So like you said, it averaged it out when they got together. But we were a bit of a trio when we first got together. It was Kern, Joel, and Bill. We were together a lot. We went on walks together at BMM in the early days. So yeah, we eventually, you know, we kind of branched out and we went our different ways as far as, you know, companies and career-wise a little bit. But we would always get back together. After BMM, Kern became my he went to another company called Aristocrat, ATI for short, and eventually he had his own department and wanted to expand his department. He got tired of doing all the work himself. And he kind of hired me over there, me and another guy, to help him out in that department. And we kind of reconnected as far as, you know, working together. Just saw him a couple of days ago in his workspace. Yeah, he's... A lot of people are saying that they just, you know, saw him and, you know, it's in shock and everything. But I don't want to get into how he died and things like that. I want to focus on, you know, his life and the good things that, you know, we all experienced with him. And it was nothing but good with Kern. Like, I don't believe anybody had a negative experience with Kern. At least, you know, not in my experience. I've never had a negative moment with that guy. It was always a good time. If you weren't having a great time around Kern, then you're learning something from Kern. He was a lifelong learner. I know that he had started working on his doctorate. Didn't finish it because I think it became too expensive. But he had his master's. He actually coaxed me into getting my master's because I had my associate and my bachelor's, and he was like, "Doesn't MBA look good to you, name man?" He talked fast. I'm just trying to talk like him. Like, obviously I can't. He's like, "Hey man, doesn't MBA look good next to your name? Doesn't it look good next to your name, brother?" I was like, "Yeah, it does." So, you know, I started my master's because of Kern. No regrets from it. But yeah, he talked me into it though.
Ammunition? Take it.
Yeah, he was always in a good mood, or like I said, a lifelong learner. Always looking to learn something new and be better and make people around him better. Traveling with Kern was something special. He was slow as hell when getting ready to go somewhere. I worked with him in our sister company in Australia for a few months. And I would get ready really early, hour or so early, and, you know, shower, get dressed and all that stuff, say goodbye to my family. My family came out to Australia with us. And then after that, I'd go to Kern's apartment and sit there and wait 15, 20, 30 minutes for this dude to get ready. Like, so if you know anyone, male or female, that takes a long time to get ready in life to go anywhere, imagine that person and add another 20 minutes on top of that, and you got my guy. He was that slow in the mornings getting ready. And I know a few times I would try to rush him. It's like, hey man, it takes a while to get pretty like this. It takes a while. I'm like, dude, you're killing me. Killing me. So yeah, it was always fun traveling with this guy. Loud, like I said, didn't care what anybody thought about him. And getting into that, my dude had probably the worst fashion sense ever. Going back to our BMM days, Kern would show up to work in sweatpants, tearaway sweatpants, jogger pants, whatever you want to call them, with, you know, with the buttons up the side, and a Hawaiian shirt. And he would go to work like that. He didn't care what people thought about him. Yeah, I remember the leather jacket. Yep. And he'd come to work late. He would come to work late sometimes and just not give a damn because, you know, he knew that he knew how to do his job. And people never questioned his work ethic. Yeah, that the Hawaiian shirts, he would have the collar popped. You know, most normal people would have their collars turned down or whatever. Kern, he rolled around with collars popped like it was the it thing. And just didn't care. Like I said, sweatpants and a Hawaiian shirt with the collar popped up. That was his fashion sense. Just did not give a damn about it at all. Later, when he, you know, moved up the success ladder, you know, he would coordinate his clothes and things like that because he had to be around clients and shit like that. But for the most part, he didn't give a damn what he wore. Yeah, that's my dude. Yep, yeah, he did, Shelly. Yep, that was Kern though. That was Kern. What else about my dude? I'm sorry, guys. I got 14 years of memories to go back on with this guy, so I'm just gonna be jumping all over the place with it. We both love women. We absolutely love women. We love a certain type of women. We like them thick. We love a curvy woman with some meat on her bones. So I remember at Aristocrat, we worked on is it the third floor? The third floor of that building. And after work, we usually worked late. We usually stayed later than other people. So we have a window, and it was a pretty big window. We look down, and we like to watch people walk. I don't know why. We both found it kind of fascinating to watch people walk. And that evolved eventually into, you know, looking at the women that left the building. And he'd always call me over about 5 or 5:30 because we usually leave about 6 to go home. Like, hey man, come over here, brother. Look at this wagon. Look at her. I was another great memory I had of the dude. He'd be like, I'm sitting there trying to work, whatever. Hey, brother, look at this one. But he liked women. He never disrespected them or anything, if you're thinking that at all. No, never did that. Just like to look at women, like to enjoy them, and that wagon. You know, he liked the big backside too. Another one of the things that we bonded over, just, you know, our love of women and the shape of the women that we had in our lives. Like them thick. Kind of talked about that all the time. Like I said, we talked about relationships, we talked about politics, we talked about work. Anything that you can think of, we talked about it. We had many discussions on, he was kind of fascinated. I had a family and was able to work and go to school and do the things that I did as an individual. So we would talk about that a lot. So yeah, anything we talked about it was always a long, in-depth conversation. I remember one of the conversations we had was about my son and like potential schooling, and if going to like a certain school was beneficial for his, you know, long-term education and his future as far as work and being successful and all that. And I always said that it depended on the individual as far as, you know, their success and what they want to do. And he was like, but, you know, if you can have your kid go to a more prestigious school, wouldn't that be more beneficial and help them out in the long run? I didn't necessarily agree So we had, you know, many discussions about that. Many discussions about that, and I took some of the information that he provided to Facebook polls and just to see what other people thought, things like that. But always, conversations with Kern always sparked something else. It was always a secondary conversation. So it wasn't just about schooling or whatever. We would spiral off into, like I said, just secondary conversation. So the conversation never got stale. It always evolved. Talking about wagons on the internet's in front of your wife. Well, my love, you know I love your wagon, so it's nothing bad. Is this Carl? Is Carl on the stream? Dude, I haven't talked to you in forever. But yeah, he would challenge your thoughts. He would make you think about your thoughts, and then I don't know how to put it, like make you think about other people's thoughts and how they perceive things. So it wasn't just your thoughts or your ideas. He made you look at different areas. Yes, I believe that is Carl Robinson. Yeah, gang's all here. Man, the memories we had at DMM. Yeah, good stuff, guys. I'm okay. Just trying to fight it. Just trying to fight it. There's somebody around me. Yeah, okay. I mean, let me get my thoughts together real quick. Yeah, we all had good times with Kern. It was, like I said, there's nothing bad to say about this dude at all. Carl, you, Curtis, and Tony, what do you guys remember specifically about Kern? I'm just having a hard time putting my thoughts together on things, guys. So, like I said, the dude was part of my life for 14 years. So, yeah. So yeah. Oh man. The dude, Kern. I remember we had a pretty big discussion about cell phones. Yeah, he was always happy. Kern was he was never in a bad mood unless like he was sick or somebody really irritated him. It took a lot to piss him off. I remember we had one of our more colorful discussions was about cell phones. I remember he had a rather small cell phone at the time, like that Omnia little egg-looking thing. Or what was the name of it? I think I had the Omnia, and he had some little egg-looking cell phone. He was like, it's easy to fit in a pocket, man. It's very convenient, very small, elegant. And I had a bigger phone. And he was like, Joe, you trying to overcompensate for something? I'm like, dude, no. But I have no aim right now. But it's like, you trying to overcompensate for something? Like, nah, dude. But he liked things compact and small and easy to get to and access and all that. And he had a car that very small, very low to the ground, and like I could barely fit into this thing, much less us together, because we're not small. We're not small people. Him and I are not small people. So I'm trying to cram myself into this little bitty car that he has, and yeah, he had the CRV up until I think a couple of years ago. Then he got a truck, Carl, F-150, and he got that truck because he had some land out in Kentucky that he wanted to develop on, and he figured he would need some bigger truck to, haul stuff and, move stuff and all that stuff, because he, like I said, he bought some land out in Kentucky. He wanted to develop it. Yeah, that little bitty ass car. But yeah, and he told me that, because I always had an SUV. He told me that he didn't trust anybody to drive a big vehicle. He didn't trust driving in a big vehicle with anybody, except for me, which was kind of odd because I always drove fast for the most part, so to speak. I drove like I had to get somewhere, like I had somewhere to be. But he said he felt safe and everything up higher off the ground with me driving, which I thought was extremely odd because my wife always questions my driving abilities. So, but yeah, he didn't mind being off the ground with me driving. Anybody else he would be hesitant about. We had some fun driving adventures. A few times I know that he had to grab the oh shit handle on the passenger side when I was driving too fast coming back from lunch or whatever. So that was funny. Yeah, I remember that Altima too. He had the Altima before he had the CR, what is it, the CRX or CRV or whatever it is. Yeah. I don't know where that guy came from. Yeah, but Kern and his small vehicles and small cell phones, eventually he came around to getting a regular size cell phone. I congratulated him on that. Remember racing back to work, we went one time and Joel getting back first. Yeah, we had some, like I said, we had some fun driving experiences. We always kept it interesting at BMM. We had a lot of fun at that company. Yeah, had a lot of fun at that company. Oh, yeah, my wife just reminded me about our flying our drones, and I think he broke Bill's WS3's drone when he first got it. Like, we were out in the parking lot, and he didn't know how to land it. It was like he went really high up in the air and tried to bring it down slowly, and obviously that didn't work, and it just came crashing to the ground. And Bill looked at it like, what the fuck? That was a pretty funny moment. Yeah, the boomerang. Yeah, I remember that. Oh man, I miss my guy. I keep expecting a "Hey brother" text. But yeah, my dude was a special one. He was a good one. It was unreal how well we all got along. Yeah, it was a pretty tight knit group we had there, and it felt easy. Steve, is that you, Steve Bonilla? I'm sorry, dude, if I didn't recognize you from before. I had to convince him he was wrong. Yeah. Oh, what? This is another good memory I had. Well, I don't know if it's good or not, but it was funny as hell. Um, like I said, we were only two black guys at this company at BMM, and I started, like I said, in April. I think Kern started in August. But when we were working there together, I always got called Kern. We're walking down the hall, and you guys that work there, you guys know the sales rep. Um, you know who I'm talking about. Uh, I'm walking down the hall, and he's like, "Hey, Kern, how you doing?" Like, no, this is Joel. Kern's the other black guy, and it would happen. I don't know, 2 or 3 times a month where I'm Kern, and like I'm just Kern, and I thought that was rather funny. They never mistaked him for me. I always got I always got called his name. He never got called my name, so that lets you know how memorable he was. Almouth car salesman guy. Yep, Drew. Every time with Drew. Hey, Karen, how you doing? No, I'm Joel. Kern's the other black guy. Uh, good times. Good times. Yeah, Drew was a character.
All enemy forces must be destroyed.
Um, what else about Kern? Loved his family. Loved his family.
First enemy soldier
Talked with his mom
eliminated.
every day. Yeah, Miguel. You would always say that. Yeah, Miguel. Um, it was rare that he didn't talk with his family. Always let him know what he was doing and where he was at and whatever.
Grenade going out!
Enemy are leading now. Don't
He
let
always
them
drove
win
out to. I think his family's from. Well, I know his family's from Arizona, so holidays he'd always drive out. Um, always shout out his family whenever we're talking. Tell the family I said hey. He's like, do the same. Yeah, he that was his initial plan, Curtis. But the oh God, what's the word? His doctorate program that he was in, like Kern is always assessing things, and he was like, um, the cost of this program compared to potential for moving forward in his career didn't match up. It wasn't. It wasn't beneficial, so he stopped it. He was like, I think maybe halfway through. Yeah, he was a lifelong learner, whether it was about uh, learning traditional education ways or just reading on his own or YouTube tutorials or whatever. Yeah, he was a lifelong learner. Like I said, he convinced me to get my MBA. That's the last degree that he got, though. His official degree was MBA.
this ammunition.
Thank you. I need help. I'm pinned down.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together again. So, yeah, you guys, keep talking and it'll trigger other stuff for me so I can kind of focus on my thought process or whatever. It's been a bit tough. I'm not even gonna lie about it. I miss my dude. I miss the conversations that we had and our vivid discussions and meeting up. What was his favorite place to eat lunch? Steve, I'm not sure about that. I know his favorite food though, plantains. He told me like you could put poison in plantains and tell him that poison was in the plantains and he would still eat it. That was his absolute favorite food whatsoever. He would eat plantains all day, every day, if permitted. I also, speaking of that and whatever, those snack cakes. He loved those. God, what were they called? Those little Debbie snack cakes. I remember he bought a box and he ate them the entire shift at BMM. And he was like, dude, don't let me do that again. It's so not healthy. Don't let me do that again. And then like 2 weeks later, he did it again. So, yeah, Debbie was the secretary. Yeah, I know Debbie was the secretary, but there were some little Debbie snack cakes that he bought. Oh no, those cakesters. They were called cakesters, and he bought a whole box and ate them in one sitting for the most part. And like, I'm a big dude, and I've never done that, but Kern did it a couple times. Yeah, I know he loved those, and like I said, plantains. And Kern, the reason why I'm playing games here right now, Kern's a bit of a gamer. We didn't play the same games. Like I played first-person shooters, and back then I played sports games, and he wasn't really into those. Yeah, those Oreo cakesters. Yeah, Oreo cakesters. But yeah, Kern was a gamer in his own right. We didn't play the same games. I do remember a couple of years ago when Modern Warfare came out, 2019, I believe, and we all tried to link up on that. Tony, you should remember that. And Kern plays on PC. He made the switch to PC a couple of years before. He didn't see the value in buying a console every
ammunition. Use it.
4 or 5 years or whatever.
Half of our soldiers are gone. Sharpen up.
So I'm like, dude, this is another one of the discussions we had. PC, you're buying parts or whatever every 6 months to keep up with, the faster build or whatever, but console, it's like once every 4 or 5 years. I know the last game he was playing, he texted me that he was playing Metroid a couple of weeks ago. So I was thinking of, trying to stream that game and play that game, but it's just not a game that I like to play.
Ammunition. Gratis.
But he was a gamer in his own right. But when we're trying to play Modern Warfare, he kept having issues with his audio and trying to communicate with us, myself and Tony, and I think another guy that we were playing with, and he got super frustrated. And I think he got a little mad at me because I was like, "See, if you had a console, we didn't have to worry about this stupid shit, that PC shit you're trying to do." Yeah, that pissed him off a little bit because I clowned him, but he took it all in stride. But that was really funny.
Grenade out!
But yeah, guys, my gameplay isn't usually what it is. I'm just trying to remember my dude and all that. But yeah, that's Kern. What else about Kern? What else about Kern? Oh, but trying to talk more on Kern's loudness. We were in Australia. We're in Australia, and he, myself, and Tony would work out. Go down to the gym and work out an hour or so every night, maybe 2 or 3 times a night, 2 or 3 times a week. And Kern is so damn loud. Like, he would grunt while I was lifting weights. I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like, it was at first it was awkward, so to speak. You work it, you're sitting next to this dude, and he's just grunting. Oh yeah, yeah. Like, but you eventually got used to it because you figured, hey, it's not gonna stop, and that's just Kern. But he's just loud. Um, the stuff that he liked, he was loud with it. He said your name loudly. I remember him just saying Joel, 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 Joel.
Shit!
Joel, 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 Joel. I'll miss that too. This guy got uncomfortable. Oh shit! Yeah, Kern would have the saying where, I don't know, he didn't if he didn't agree with something, or if he did agree with something, it was shit. Oh, that was fun too. Fun times, fun times. We'd always say sexy or working out. Yeah, yeah, he would. And he's sexy and everything.
More was on the way. Keep calm.
I don't even know where I got shot from. What else about Kern? He loved to learn, loved his family. He didn't get mad with people, but he got irritated with people in situations where he thought that their common sense should take over. He'd be like, Joe, what the fuck, man? Why are these people doing this? What the fuck, man?
Dropping grenade!
So that was one of the things that irritated him. He didn't like being lied to. That was a real big pet peeve of his. If you lied to him, it took some time to get back in his good graces because he saw no point in lying. Um, just honest with him. Don't know something, or don't know someone, or how to do something. It's just be honest with him. Like, I don't know how to do it. Tony, I'm solo playing today, dude. This is my mechanism to cope and get through things, and share my memories with them. I can play with you later, but this for the stream, I'm solo streaming today. Um, what else? So much stuff about my guy that I can talk about, and oh, this is a funny story for Australia. Um, so my family came out to Australia with me when and this is like was it 2010? Yeah, 2010. Family came out with me, so it was me, my wife, and my son. And at that time, my son was 3. Oh, and by the way, for you former BM members, he's 15 now. He's a sophomore in high school. But at that time, he was 3. Um, and so, like, we were out one night, doing some sightseeing, whatever. I think we were looking for a spot to get some ice cream, and it was pretty cool that night. And my son is, he's running around next to us and everything, doing his own thing, and and like this gust of wind, this cool gust of wind just came up out of nowhere and hit my son like head on. And I could see like, and my son has asthma. Me and my son both have asthma. And I could see like this gust of wind just like take his breath away. And I run over to him and I started rubbing on his chest to try to cool him down and just comfort him or whatever. So he got to the point where he could breathe again. And like I said, I was rubbing on his chest to warm him up and everything. It got to the point where he could breathe again and started being back to his usual Thailand hurricane self. And as soon as he was able to move around again or whatever, he runs over to Kern and gives him like the biggest thank you hug and thank you Kern, thank you Kern. I'm sitting here like, what the hell did Kern do? I'm the one that was rubbing on your chest and got you warm and moving again. And Kern, he ran over Kern, gave him this big hug, and Kern kneeled down to him, and it was the most awkward and kind of loving moment at the same time, because Kern was like, "What the hell do I do with this little? What the hell do I do with this little creature?" That was pretty funny. My son runs over to pretty much stranger. They're like, "Thank you, thank you." What the hell did he do? So that was very interesting. Yeah, Tony, you were there. Yeah, it says a lot about it. He has that personality, like going back to our BMM days.
Ich kümmere mich dich.
No, our aristocrat days. Like when I first started working there, he's introducing me to his team and all this stuff. So, and we went to the warehouse, and I'm expecting like handshakes and everything. But Kern walks into this warehouse, and he's greeted by hugs from everybody. From everybody. I mean, not just like the people that he knew very well there, because he was at the job maybe a year and a half before he hired me. And just we walk into this warehouse, and it's not just handshakes. People lined up giving handshakes. It's people lined up giving hugs to this dude. Like, "Hey, Kern, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a couple of days." And it was just, it looked, I don't know, not odd, but it was like, wow. The ABBA story. Tony, you gotta refresh my memory on the ABBA story. But yeah, that was just Kern. He had, like I said, just a bubbly and energetic type of he was an atmosphere. I can say that he was an atmosphere. And you couldn't help but be soaked up in his atmosphere and have that just positive energy just all around. He's just that type of guy.
Ich hab ne Bombe für Sie.
Yeah, Tony, refresh my memory about the ABBA story. You texted me. Yeah, Tony, I'm looking at. I still don't remember what you're talking about. No, Kern was an atmosphere. He was a total atmosphere. Like, you get around him, you can't help but be in the same type of. Hey, Steve, appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, like I said, guys, I'm still just trying to put thoughts together and everything. Uh, who's that? Yeah, you're on my stream right now, dude. What's your name, Kiddo? Yeah, I'm streaming right now. How are you doing today, by the way? Yeah, I'm doing a remembrance stream for a good friend I lost a couple days ago, so I'm just talking to my stream and some former co-workers and friends and everything, so if you hear me talking, don't worry about it. Yeah. Blurred Dad Gaming, that's me.
We should probably move.
Tony, you gotta bring it up in the chat, dude, because I don't remember, and I can't. I'm not scrolling through my phone right now. But ABBA, what are you talking about, ABBA? He had a big laugh that came from his gut. Yes, he had a huge laugh. That was part of him, part of his loudness. But I mean, you can say the same about me.
Ja, erste Hilfe für
My
dich.
laugh is nothing small either. But yeah, you get both of us together, both of us laughing. It's like, what the hell is going on over there? What else about Kern? So many things to talk about for the guys. It's hard to put everything together. Coherent process, I guess.
Hier, für dich.
Trying to hold back emotions and all that too. So, but I want to do this just so people can, you know, just chat about him. If you didn't know him, it's a space where you can remember somebody that you lost recently or lost in the past. Just wanted to create a little space where people can,
Ich
you
leg
know,
dich
process
zusammen.
their grieving or whatever, you know, just to, like I said, it's a remembrance stream. So whatever memories you have of Kern or whatever family or friends that, you know, are important in your life, just, you know, feel free to talk about it here. It's a safe space. Man, it's tough. Alright, so I'm going to switch things up a little bit. Instead of me trying to, pull up memories and things. I'm gonna play, and whatever comes to me, it just comes to me, and I'll go from there. I'm gonna do that.
Werfe Bombe!
So who's still here? I know Steve said he had to go. Carl, Curtis, you guys still here? What have you guys been up to? Carl, I haven't heard from you in ages. Curtis, I haven't heard from you in ages. What's new with you guys? I missed you. My bad, dude. My bad.
Ich versorge deine Wunden.
Curtis, are you still game dev? Tony, you still talking about the ABBA story? Oh, damn, Curtis, 10.5 years. I didn't realize you were there for that long. I just feel like I lost Joel because he doesn't hang out with me anymore. That's the ABBA story? I'm confused on that one, dude. You gotta enlighten me. Carl, you still at Aristocrat? Oh, that guy was on the hill behind me. Nothing new, really. Aren't you like a director or something over there now, Carl? And Curtis, you guys had like work events, right?
Granate geworfen.
When was the last time you and Kern hung out? Tried to melee that guy. Hey, Bingeworthy, thanks for stopping by, my dude. Hey, Binge, just so you know, this is a bit of a different stream. It's a remembrance stream for a good friend of mine that passed away earlier this week. So I've just been talking with some friends, former co-workers, and just like sharing memories about our buddy Kern. So that's kind of the focus. I'm not worried about likes and subscriptions and and all that, or KD or winning games and anything like that. I just kind of wanted to create a space so we could kind of share memories and cope and move forward in our grieving process. Share good memories we have with our buddy Kern. I knew Kern for 14 years, since 2007, so just a bit of a background for that. He did a lot of traveling, set up systems, and other jobs in his role. Yeah, Kern, he wore a lot of hats. He was always busy. Yeah, one of the things I regret is over the last and a half, 2 years, or whatever, because of Corona and all that, is not hanging out with him more. Fortunate too. Um, but he had his thoughts on social distancing, and I had my thoughts on it, and kind of felt the same way. Like need to help the communities or whatever, and practice social distancing and everything like that. Um, so we weren't like physically in touch as often as we probably should have been. But we were always texting, we're always on the phone. Um, I'd always get the "Hey brother" text. What you doing, man? What's new with you? We always kept in touch. So we weren't physically around each other, but we were always in communication. He's always giving advice on what I should do or handle whatever situation I was going through, and same with him. Like I said, we always talked about our relationships and my wife and his girlfriend. A lot of inappropriate conversations about our significant others that just can't be shared at this moment, but know that they were had.
We've lost the lead now. Take it back.
Oh, Binge, no, dude, no. We're not bringing down energy here. My dude was a walking ball of energy. So whatever energy you have, bring it. Looking for that. Um, he was not a shy dude. He was not a quiet dude. Um, he was an energetic, bubbly, uh, I don't know, force of nature. Like I said earlier, he was an atmosphere. You couldn't help but be in a good mood around him. You couldn't help but want to be in his same energy. Couldn't help but I don't know how else to put it. He was just energetic, full of energy. So we're not trying to bring the energy down. It's a remembrance stream, so we're not focusing on the negative or anything like that. Dude, if you have anyone you lost recently, or you want to talk about someone from your past or whatever, just feel free. Like this is what this is what this is for right now, to help people cope and get through the grieving process and be positive about it. But yeah, this is what this is for. Inappropriate conversations are the best. Me and Kern had so many inappropriate conversations. It's ridiculous. It really is. Like if we were to write this stuff in a book, it'd probably be a bestseller. It was on that level of ridiculousness. I mean, but you know, when you have somebody that you're close to like that, it's like not everything that you talk about is going to be of a serious nature. So yeah, we had so many inappropriate conversations. But that's one of the things that made him unique also, because you can have. I need to stop trying to melee motherfuckers. But that was part of Kern too, because you can have those inappropriate, goofy, don't make any sense conversations, and at the same time you can have a thought-provoking conversation, and it's all the same energy. It's all the same energy. Can we just trade? Yeah, I always said what needed to be said. Kern was blunt. He didn't have a filter. He always let you know exactly what was on his mind. But he didn't force his opinion on you either. He made you think about your opinion, but he didn't force his upon you. Just he had that type of he had a teaching personality, but he wasn't a teacher. He was, I don't know, he was more of a thought provoker. Made you think about things on like a deep level, if that was where the conversation was going. He is probably, nope, not probably. He is the smartest guy I've ever known.
Ja,
I'll miss that about him too. Just his unique take on situations. And they were unique. He was not conventional. He wasn't conventional in any way. Tony, I bet you did, Tony. I bet you did. Anybody that was close to him had inappropriate conversations. Maybe not a teacher by trade, but anyone who is thought-provoking is a teacher. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. It's like I was telling people earlier, like he was educated. He had a master's degree. He was working on his doctorate up until a few years ago. He just didn't find the value in continuing it on, and the value in the doctorate compared to like progressing in his career. He didn't find the value in moving forward with that, but he was educated, I guess like professionally or whatever, you know, through, you know, formal education, school and all that. But he was also educated just through life. And that was a big part of Kern's life experience. And there's somebody hiding in there. There was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about, Kern, and I forgot. Again, guys, I'm sorry. Just trying to get thoughts together. I wanted to. I was thinking about writing everything down I wanted to talk about, but I didn't want to feel scripted. I wanted just to kind of flow. Take a stroll around the neighborhood. Thanks for getting us all together and helping us remember the good times. No problem, Curtis, dude. It was good to hear from you. I haven't heard from you in, like I said, ages. So seeing your name and reading your chat, that's just awesome, dude. I appreciate you stopping by and sharing and everything, Curtis. We got to stay in touch more, dude. We just did it when just did it. We didn't talk about it. Yeah.
Only half of us
Kern
remain.
and I had inappropriate situations. Yeah, I imagine. Cool. Thanks, Curtis. Appreciate it, dude. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, my man. It sounds like he crushed it in life. He did, dude. Kern was... He was that dude. Oh, this is what I want to share with you guys. Kern never... He got... Every job he applied for, he got. I don't think there's anybody else that can ever say that. At least that I know. I know it's not been true for me. I've been rejected so many times when applying for jobs. It's ridiculous. But my dude, whatever job he applied for, he got. And he found it fascinating, well, not fascinating, but interesting that, at least for me, that I wasn't the same. Because he saw me as like that, I don't know, the same type of energy as him. But that's a lie. My energy was nowhere near where Kern's is. And his positivity, like, I see myself as a realist.
We are doing well.
Kern was always positive. I can't say that for myself. Nowhere near positive all the time. Kern saw the good in people for the most part. Like, he believed in second chances and you know, giving somebody a second chance and all that. Sorry, I wanted to get a hatchet kill, guys. I don't necessarily have that same philosophy. Like, for the most part, you get one chance with me if you... No, I can't even say that. Somebody up here. I give second chances sometimes, but Kern always believed in giving second chances. I don't necessarily believe in always giving a second chance, but Kern did. But that said, if you blow that second chance with him, dude, that is a big ass hole to try to get yourself out of. One of the most interesting conversations that I had with him was there was a talk on racism, and I don't know initially how it came up, but it did somehow. So, and he let me know that he didn't think he really experienced racism, and I found that extremely interesting because, you know, he's a black man working in corporate America. So I just assumed that he had some racist experiences. Because with me, I get hit with it on the regular. I've been pulled over by police with guns drawn 2 different times in my life. I've been called boy by police with a gun in the back of my head. I've been passed over for promotions and raises, and had this dude just run through my bullets and stab me in the chest. But yeah, I've had many racist experiences in my life. Kern told me that he really didn't. So we're having, pretty deep conversation about racism and, the experiences I had and how I handled them and things like that. And he asked me, like, can it be racism to where he wasn't progressing in, like, one of the jobs he was in? And I was like, yeah, if you as a black man are one of the most qualified people, or the most qualified person, and you keep,
Hier, Erste Hilfe.
asking for feedback on your performance and raise and all that, and you're not getting feedback. Hey, Benz, thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it.
Good work. We have taken the...
But yeah, if you're doing all this and you're performing at your job well, and you're asking for feedback, and you keep getting brushed off, and it could be. And this is when we're working at Aristocrat. So he had been going to his boss and asking for more responsibility, more pay, because he was, getting, his boss was assigning him like more work, more complex projects, but he didn't want to talk about Kern's progression. Kern wanted to move up. He was you guys know Kern was an ambitious dude. He always wanted to move up and better himself and do better. So his boss kept ignoring him, and I think that was the first time that Kern put, like, maybe this is a situation where I'm being held back because I'm black. And I think after, a couple other attempted conversations with his boss and no progress, no feedback, no nothing, he was like, you know what, I'm leaving. And that's when he left. I think he left Aristocrat a month later. And that's when he went over to another company called Ainsworth. And that's where a lot of people from this stream, well, initially from BMM, but they also know him from that second company they worked with him at. Twice I beat you by like 100 more times. Kern didn't care where you were from, how you grew up, your race. He accepted you as long as you were real. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Kern, like I said, Kern accepted you as you were, unless like you lied to him or something like that, to where he was big on honesty. So Yeah. Who's this? Oh, Ovington, what's up, dude? I haven't played with you in a while. How you doing? Oh, good stuff. Hey, dudes, just so you know, you're on my stream. I'm streaming today. Um, yeah. So I'm just talking with some friends and yeah, talking with some friends and former co-workers. We lost a friend of ours a couple of days ago, so this is a remembrance stream. So we're just sharing memories and things like that. So, but how you been? We haven't played together in a minute. We had some good rounds together a couple of weeks ago. Guys, I think I'm gonna play one more game here and end the stream at that. Just having a hard time getting my thoughts together and everything, but yeah, we're gonna go one more game here. So feel free to get your memories in and things like that. So Hubbington, let's try to get a win today, dude. I'm running medic.
All enemy soldiers must be eliminated.
Let me get you, Hubbington.
Got your pal.
They're in this building, by the way. No, Kern didn't treat you. He didn't treat you how your past was or anything like that. He treated you how you were at that moment.
First blood to
And
them. We've lost the lead. Take it back.
that's a trait that not everybody can say they have. A lot of people judge you on, like you said, Tony, your past and treat you how, I don't know, your past has treated you or how whatever. Kern wasn't like that. He treated you like you were at that moment. You weren't an asshole, and he didn't treat you like that. Somebody's down here on the first floor.
Prison for him!
That's one of the things again, another thing I loved about the dude, because
I'm here for you.
he treated people equally.
Okay, thanks.
Again, until you crossed him, though. Once you lie to him, it's hard to come back from that. And that was another thing that like made us different, but like kind of brought us together at the same time. Was Kern liked people. Like
First aid, take it.
he liked, you know, making new friends and whatnot. I was more of, I guess, the reserved type. I like to keep my circle small. But Kern would talk to anybody. He'd try to help anybody. For myself, like I said, I'm more reserved to try to keep my circle small. But that said, me and him, we got along famously. As anybody in the stream can attest to, like that we worked with, is if you worked with us, you saw me and Kern.
Breathe easy, I'll fix you.
And we could not talk for a while. And we didn't talk every day. We could not talk for a while and pick up the conversation from where it left off before. It was that easy.
First aid for you,
It was
soldier.
just that easy with that guy. Like, didn't have to be around each other all the time, 24/7, to continue things. So he was just an overall awesome dude. Yeah, just an overall awesome dude. I'm gonna miss my best friend. You know, get to know somebody for 14 years of your life, almost half of my life. It's just hard to process things.
Still, I got ya.
There's a bunch of guys right here. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So why did you talk to me? Tony, I met you through George, didn't I? George was at BMM, and then you joined afterwards. That's how we met. They're in that building over there.
Here for you.
Tony Hovington joined my squad. He's not in a party, so to speak. He's just on the squad. So again, this is my stream. This is my opportunity to talk about my best friend and remember him. So Covington is not doesn't have memories of Kern or anything like that. So this is me talking about 14 years of life with my friend. I don't know how that guy killed me. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. There's a bunch of them over here. Yep. Oh, right below us. He's on the ground. Oh shit, we're winning this round. I didn't know that. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff.
Grenade from us!
Half of them gone now. Keep pushing forward.
Oh yeah, it goes up on the channel automatically.
Easy there. I'll patch you.
Say that again? Oh, okay. I appreciate that. You don't have to though. This stream isn't trying to get more people to my channel or anything. It's like I said earlier. It's a remembrance stream of my buddy. So yeah, you know if all good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I usually play a little better than this, but today's a different day.
More first aid.
Not worrying about KD or anything. Just want to play and remember. Hey, they're up here on the hills. They're over here.
Looking at trouble over there.
Trying to go on a flank.
Easy, I'll help you.
Ah. Thanks, sir. Oh, that guy got me from the balcony. Thank you.
Got you, soldier.
Got a hatchet killed and his teammate got me. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Do I have any legendary weapons? I don't think so. Uh-huh. Yeah, because they have all the attachments, or the good attachments on it, right? Uh-huh. That's cool. I gotta pick up my grind and play more.
I'll patch you, chum.
Yeah, I still don't play as much as I want to.
Away from victory.
Been trying to level up this account. Oh, that was a nice little double. favorite song? The one that he always listened to, at least around me, was "Don't Worry, Be Happy." Did that a lot. Again, yep, that's just my guy. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, so he liked island music. He's my island boy. Alright, 3 more. We're gonna end the stream on a good note.
I'm going out!
Alright, guys, I'm gonna end my stream here. Everybody that joined the chat, I appreciate you. I appreciate the memories you shared. Just appreciate you being here helping me and whoever else get through this little tough period that we're going through. So Steve, Simo, Curtis, Tony, Carl, Bingeworthy Gaming, thank you for coming through. You guys are all awesome. You guys need to talk about anything, hit me up. You guys know how to get in contact with me. Again, for this stream, I'm not asking for likes. I'm not asking for shares. I'm not asking for subscriptions. Just asking that you guys love the people that are around you, in contact with them, communicate with them. Those that you've lost, just know that they're not really gone. Have the memories with you. Yeah, so they're still there. Just have to dig back a little bit. Remember what you had with them. Remember all the good times. And with my buddy Kern, it was nothing but a good time. The guy was that. He was that. I keep saying it, but he was an atmosphere. You couldn't help but have the same energy once you got around him. So, yep. Hey, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. For the dudes I played with, Hovington, the kiddo, thank you for playing with me. I appreciate you guys today. Um, Always, man. I'll catch you next time. Yep. But we're going to end the stream here, guys. I appreciate everything. I appreciate this outlet and everything, all the people that are in it. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Again, thanks for stopping by. Just going to wait for the screen to load up and then officially in the stream. Yep. He'll be there with you. He'll be looking down at you. All right, guys. Again, thanks for the stream. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, game on and level up. Thanks, guys. Bye.